Good afternoon. This is Rich Morrison, and welcome to my latest edition of the Thinking Cap, where today we're going to talk about the government program election for 2024. And many of you have already heard my thoughts on this. I've been sharing them for about 5-6 weeks now. And so we'll dig right into the program here that we've got planned for this morning or this afternoon, and not a whole lot here to share. But basically, the decision this year, once again, is similar to last year, that it boils down to choosing not between PLC and ARC at the FSA office, but choosing whether or not to purchase SCO coverage. SCO is supplemental coverage option that's available through your crop insurance agent. The reason that this is important is because SCO and the ARC program are very similar. The government will not let you do both. So the decision needs to be made. Do I buy SCO or stacks for cotton? And if I decide to do that, that will determine how I sign up at the FSA office. This is a letter that I've been including with my market report email now for about 5 to 6 weeks. This is the 6th version. I've continued to update it as some of these prices have changed, but really the discussion and the decision has not changed this year. Once again, as I mentioned, it's between ARC and SCO. And once you've determined whether or not I buy SCO, that will determine how I go to the FSA office and sign up. Let me go through the programs and explain how that works. PLC is price loss coverage, and PLC uses the numbers in the blue box this coming year. These are the price loss coverage reference prices. And if the market year average at the end of the year falls below these reference prices, you would get paid the difference times your payment yield at FSA times 85% of your base acres. One key thing to remember is that PLC and ARC both pay based on 85% of base acres. It's not on what you plant. And so you do want to go check your base acres first before you make some of these decisions. See if you have base of the crop that you intend to plant this year. But you can see that these PLC prices, they're very low for every crop right now. These on the next column, the gray column, are the current year PLC projected market year average prices. And you can see that all of these are way above the PLC reference price. There will not be a crop that I'm aware of that would pay for PLC this past year. So the decision a year ago at this time was between SCO and the ARC program, or stacks, and even signing up for a program. And SCO uses the crop insurance prices, and a year ago those were at the highest level they've been in a long time. Corn was $5.91, beans $13.76, wheat $8.87, and spring wheat. You can see down some of the other prices. These numbers were so much higher than what the ARC prices were that SCO made more sense, even if you had to pay a few dollars for it. ARC uses a 5-year Olympic average price. So we take the last 5 market year averages, take throughout the high and the low, multiply or average the other 3. Then we take that times your county's 5-year Olympic average yield times 86% to come up with the ARC trigger. Whereas SCO uses these prices in green times your county's expected county yield times 86%. And you can see on corn, $2 higher, guys were picking up a lot more dollars of coverage. Same with beans, same with wheat. And so last year, a lot of people signed up for SCO, which meant that when you went to the FSA office for those crops, you would have had to have enrolled in the in the PLC program, because you cannot do PLC and ARC and SCO. Fast forward to this year, numbers are completely different because the ARC price is going up. For corn, beans, all of these crops, we're taking now the 5-year Olympic average. We're throwing out 2017 and we're bringing in 2022. And so corn's going up to 485, soybeans going up at 1112. All these numbers are getting much bigger. Whereas the crop insurance price, this is a couple days ago, but these numbers are coming down. And so they're going the opposite direction. And for a crop like corn right now, as long as you have a corn base on that farm, I would encourage you to sign up for the ARC program rather than buying SCO. For soybeans, I still might look at SCO. I can pick up 60 cents times the county yield, a few more dollars of coverage with SCO. Probably depends what it costs. For spring wheat, still might look at SCO. For other oil seeds, I might still look at SCO. For sorghum, same as corn, probably going to the ARC program. So, in barley, ARC program. So you can kind of see, looking through these, where the advantage is, ARC versus the SCO program. For stacks and cotton, with the cotton price coming back up, I still would favor the stacks program because of the huge subsidy at 80% and be able to get 90% coverage with stacks compared to 86 with ARC. Or just having PLC protection. So that kind of gives you a summary of what I'm thinking. So bottom line is visit with your NAU country agent first. Decide, does SCO matter this year? Does it make sense for me? If yes, then I have to enroll in PLC. If no, then I'm going to sign up for the ARC program. For cotton, I would still favor stacks, which means you can't sign up for either program. And that pretty well sums it up. One thing I do want to mention, though, is that producers can look at ECO coverage no matter which program you sign up for. And that's what this graphic shows. This is how your coverages and protections stack up together. The individual coverage is your down low in the blue. That's your RP protection. You can buy that up to 85%. The next band would be either or stacks, or excuse me, SCO or ARC, depending on which way you decide to go. Then ECO you can do no matter what. And a program I've talked about a little bit this year, especially for a crop like corn, is buying ECO, maybe at 95%. Maybe you don't buy all the dollars if you don't want to spend the money, but buy that 95% trigger. Maybe you sign up for the ARC program, then you buy your underlying individual coverage. And so now is the time to get together with your NAU country agent, decide which plan makes the most sense for you this year. But again, things have changed based on those prices. And that's what I wanted to leave you with today. Thanks for checking out our latest Thinking Cap video, and hope to visit with you again real soon.